This is Bihar, where every other week a clip goes viral.
मारेंगे तमाचा खींचेंगे हेलमेट खोलो
टूट जाएगा सर ऐसा क्या यार है
बहन चोद हेलमेट खोलो मारेंगे माधर चोद हेलमेट खोलो ना
That makes the rest of people shake its head. A state where porn video play on the screens of a railway station in front of hundreds of passengers. A state where train windows are broken casually as if public property is everyone's punching bag. A state where people shamelessly scrape up the fresh material from a newly built road and take it home as if it's theirs. A state where a bridge collapses within days and sometimes it doesn't even collapse. It disappears, stolen, cut apart, sold like scrap metal.
Bihar police on April 10th arrested 8 people, including a subdivision officer of the Water Resource Department, in connection with the theft of the 60-foot abandoned bridge in the Rohtas district.
A state where rural train look less like transport and more like survival battles. Where people hang from doors, window and space they can find. A state where orchestra stages openly sexualize women and no one bats an eye. State where kidnapping men for forced marriage still happens in certain pockets.
पकड़ाओ शादी के बारे में तो आपने जरूर सुना होगा। कभी बिहार में अच्छे घरों के या नौकरी वाले लड़कों को जबरन पकड़कर शादी कर देना एक ट्रेंड था। आज फिर वो तस्वीरें एक बार ताजा हो गई।
A state where civic sense is so low that even public toilet vanish. And every time one of these clips goes viral, India laughs, India mocks, and India says, "Ek Bihari, 100 bimari." India says backward state, no future, hopeless. When people hear the word Bihar, they think of crime, poverty, chaos, jungle raj, overpopulation, illiteracy, and politics stuck in 1990s. Some Biharis themselves hesitate to say they are from Bihar when they move to other cities. But nobody asks the real question: why is Bihar like this? Why did a land that once taught the world fall to this level? And why do corrupt politicians keep winning again and again and again? To understand this, you must understand what broke Bihar and how the brokenness became a political strategy.
बिहारी I'm already laughing.
कोई पान खा के थूक रहे हैं बिहारी
तो खो जाते हुए देख के कहीं ना कहीं
They're dirty, they spit everywhere, they don't have manners.
But before you laugh at Bihar, before you call it backward, before you say ये लोग कभी नहीं सुधरेंगे, pause for a moment. Because what you are seeing today is not the real Bihar. It is the result of what Bihar has gone through. No society behave like this for no reason. People don't become hopeless overnight. System don't collapse in a week. A state doesn't reach this point because its people are bad. It reaches this point because its people are abandoned. Behind every viral clip, it is a longer history of pain, loss, neglect and betrayals. So many betrayals that people stop expecting anything better. You see the chaos, but you don't see the centuries of wound beneath it. This land, the same land that India mocks today, was once India's pride, the beating heart of our civilization, the intellectual capital of ancient world. This land gives you Nalanda, Vikramshila, Patliputra, Ashok, Chanakya, Aryabhatta. This land educated the world long before the world knew what universities were. But today, schools don't have teachers, paper leaks. Students have to leave their homes to find a future somewhere else. Is this Bihar that once taught the world? No. This is the Bihar that was left behind. You see broken roads, but you don't see the broken system behind them. You see stolen bridges, but you don't see the desperation that steals them. You see the people scrapping roads for material, but you don't see the poverty that forces them. You see train windows smashed, but you don't see the frustration boiling under the surface. You see crowds, but you don't see the scarcity that creates them. Behind every action you mock, there is a struggle you never witnessed. And this is where the real truth begins. Bihar didn't choose this condition. Bihar inherited it. When industries were taken away, Bihar kept quiet. When resources were taken away, Bihar kept quiet. When opportunities vanished, Bihar kept quiet. When jobs disappeared, Bihar kept quiet. When the system collapsed, people didn't protest. People survived. And when people go into survival mode, they vote for survival too. This is why corrupt politicians win in Bihar. Not because people are ignorant. Not because people are blind. Not because people admire corruption. But because the system is so broken that a politically powerful person can help them survive inside it. Try to imagine their mindset. A mother who needs a bed for a child doesn't have the luxury to think about clean politics, right? A father whose land is being grabbed doesn't have time to debate about political ideology. A student preparing for job for 5 years cannot risk voting for someone new who may or may not help him. A farmer who loses everything in floods is not thinking about anti-corruption speeches. He is thinking about कौन कल सुबह मेरी मदद करे. When your life is full of uncertainty, your votes become emotional, not ideological. And that is why Bihar needs sympathy, not judgment. Because the people you laugh at are the same people who built Delhi's metro, Mumbai's skyline, Punjab's harvest, Gujarat's textile. India runs on Bihari labor, but Bihar runs empathy. And when the best mind migrate, the system back home becomes weaker and weaker. A society that loses opportunity loses its expectations. A society that loses expectations loses its idealism. And a society that loses idealism votes for whoever helps them to survive today, not who promises change tomorrow. That is the real reason corrupt politicians win again and again in Bihar. Because corruption is not the cause. Corruption is the symptom of a state struggling to stand on its feet. When a society lives in uncertainty for decades, trust becomes its most fragile possession. And Bihar's trust has been broken again and again and again. Think about it. How can people trust a system that has never worked for them? When a ration shop owner denies grain, the politicians fix it. When the school teacher doesn't show up, the politicians replace it. When the police refuses to file a complaint, the politicians cause the SHO. When a flood destroys a village, the politicians brings relief truck. And so slowly the system becomes background noise and the politicians become the real center of governance. Not because he is honest, not because he is qualified, but because he is accessible. People don't choose corrupt leader because they are corrupt. They choose them because they are present when the system is absent. Try to see the world from other side. Like a man living in Delhi or metro has 10 different options when the government fails. But a villager in rural Bihar, he has none. For him, the political leader is not a representative. He is the only lifeline between chaos and survival. This relationship may look wrong from outside, but from inside, it is the only thing that works.
नब्बे के दशक में बिहार में लालू यादव की सरकार बनी, जिसके बाद ही वहां अपराध का वो दौर शुरू हुआ जिसका असर गली के गुंडों से लेकर पॉलिटिक्स तक पड़ा। लालू यादव ने अपने जंगल राज में शब्दों की वो डिक्शनरी ही तैयार की थी जिसकी गूंज हर गली और हर मोहल्ले में सुनाई देती। और तब बिहार में पढ़ा जाने लगा था क से क्राइम।
And then come a time when fear ruled Bihar more than laws. Kidnapping, extortion, threat. Crime was not an event, it was a climate. In such time, who do people vote for? The clean man with no influence or the strong man who controls the criminals? People didn't choose Bahubalis because they loved violence. They chose them because they were tired of being afraid. But when the state cannot protect you, you choose the protector you can see, even if he himself is a trouble for others. Try blaming them after that. You can't, because the fear erases morality. Fear erases ideology. Fear erases dreams. Fear only leaves one question: who can keep us safe tomorrow morning? Caste is not about hatred in Bihar. Caste is about safety. When a society is unstable, people fall back on their oldest structure. Their caste, their community, their people. They are not thinking about right or wrong. They are thinking about who will stand up for us when the system collapses again. That's why caste-based voting feels wrong from far away. But up close, it is a survival instinct. And then there is a deep wound of migration. Lakhs of Bihari youth leave every year. Not to chase their dream, but to escape their reality. The educated leave, the ambitious leave, and one who demand accountability leave. And the one who stayed behind are the people who depend on local leaders for daily survival. So the vote goes to the one who can solve today, not tomorrow.
अच्छा, आवरी वोट जो करब, आवरी वोट दे विकास के नाम पर या जात के नाम पर?
विकास कम जात हथी।
विकास गांव घर के विकास के नाम।
It is easy to say बिहारी सुधरेंगे नहीं, ये गलत वोट देते हैं. But think deeper. How do you expect people to vote for development when development never came? How do you expect people to vote for change when change always betrayed them? How do you expect people to trust new leaders when the old ones are the only ones who can help them survive this broken system? Bihar didn't become like this because of its people. Bihar became like this because everything that should have protected the people collapsed. And yet, despite all of this, look at the strength of Biharis. They migrate thousands of kilometers to build other states. They send money home so their families can eat. They take the hardest job in the harshest cities at the worst conditions. India grows because Bihari break their backs every day. But Bihar stays empty. So when you see a Bihari voting for a corrupt politician, don't say ये लोग बेवकूफ हैं. Say ये लोग थके हुए हैं, तड़पे हुए हैं और मजबूर हैं. And this is where the political loop begins. The loop that keeps repeating. The loop that stops Bihar from rising. The loop that ensures corrupt politicians win again and again and again. Not because Bihar won them, but because it's trapped in a structure built decades ago and never repaired. Now let's understand the loop. The loop that has trapped Bihar for decades. A loop that starts with one broken thing and end up breaking everything else. A weak system creates powerful politicians. Powerful politicians create dependency, and dependency creates blind loyalty. Blind loyalty blocks new leaders. New leaders' failings keep the old system alive. And the old system produces the same weak governance again and again. And in this loop, corrupt leaders don't just win election, they win the only option. When a system stops working, people don't go to government official, they go to Netaji. A birth certificate, a ration dispute, a land conflict. Nothing moved without the local politicians' influence. The politicians become the problem solver, the shortcut, the final authority. And when a politician becomes the system, the corruption becomes normal. Now that the politician helps them once, people go back again and again and again. That help, even if corrupt, become emotional. It creates a personal bond. The politician is no longer a leader. He becomes family, a protector. हमारे कास्ट का आदमी है, हमारे गांव का आदमी है, हमारे काम का आदमी है, हमारे जाति का आदमी है, right? In poverty, people don't vote logically, they vote emotionally. When someone solves your problem, you forgive their faults, you ignore their corruption, you overlook their scams. Because your loyalty is not for their goodness, it's for your survival. This emotional depth becomes political loyalty. Bihar doesn't vote for corruption, Bihar vote for the man who didn't let them down when they were alone. And then comes the saddest part. New leaders, clean leaders, educated leaders, they try every election, but they fail. Why? Because they can't offer protection, they can't influence the police, they can't push files, they can't fix your problem in 5 minutes, they can't give shortcuts.
जिस भी परिवार के पास सरकारी नौकरी नहीं है, ऐसे हर परिवारों को एक नया अधिनियम बना करके अनिवार्य रूप से उन परिवार में नौकरी जो है दी जाएगी.
When survival is on the line, promises don't matter. Power does. That's why Bihar keep rotating the same political faces, same families, same alliances, same speech, same promises, same disappointments. Because change is risky in a place where daily life is already unstable. And in Bihar, uncertainty hurts more than corruption. So every 5 years, the same pattern repeats. People choose the leader who kept them afloat. Even if he stole, even if he lied, even if he failed them in long run. He helped them in the short run, and that is why corrupt politicians keep winning again and again in Bihar. And before you judge them, understand this. When someone lives in fear every day, they don't vote for development, they vote for safety. When someone struggles for 4 meals, they don't vote for ideology, they vote for whoever gives ration on time. When someone has watched their father or brother get ignored by the police, they don't care about manifestos, they care about कौन हमारे साथ खड़ा है. Bihar's vote is not dirty. Bihar vote is wounded. Behind every vote for a corrupt politician is a story of helplessness, a story of survival, a story of pain. A mother waiting 12 hours outside a hospital will vote for whoever gets her a bed, not the man who talks about big reforms. A farmer who lost his crops will vote for the man who sends him relief in 2 hours, not the man who promises long-term irrigation. A jobless youth will vote for the leader who promises a contract, an exam paper, a recommendation, not the leader who talk about national issues. But Bihar's story does not end here. Bihar is not a failure. Bihar is the victim of failures, and victim can rise when the system rises. But Bihar's story is not just a story of pain. It's a story of endurance. Because no matter how many times Bihar fails, its people kept standing. No matter how many systems failed, its people never stopped trying. No matter how much the world mocked, its people kept moving forward. The world sees the viral clip, but the world doesn't see the mothers who push their daughters to study, the boys who woke up at 4 a.m. for coaching, the laborers who carry cements in Delhi so their families can eat in Bihar, the young women who fight to break social barriers, the farmer who starts from zero every time floods washes away everything. You see, Bihar is not weak. Bihar is surviving in conditions where other states would have collapsed completely. And now something is changing. Slowly, quietly, but definitely. A new Bihar is rising. Not in a political speeches, but in the hearts of its people. In the youth who no longer vote on the caste alone. In parents who now value education more than anything. In girls returning to the school on bicycles. In workers who return home and say, "हम अपने बिहार को सुधारेंगे." In families who refuse to sell their votes for free. And you know what that means? It means the biggest political weapon in Bihar is losing power. The weapon of fear, the weapon of caste, the weapon of identity politics, the weapon of dependence. For the first time in the decades, Bihar's peoples are daring to hope. Because Bihar did not become poor by nature, it became poor by circumstances. Bihar did not become corrupt by culture, it became corrupt by necessity. Bihar did not vote wrong out of ignorance. It voted out of desperation, but the desperation is slowly ending. Better roads, better electricity, better technological awareness, better connectivity, better exposure and better aspiration. The youth today is not the youth of 90s, right? They know the world outside, they know the opportunities, they know their rights, and most important, they know their power. And here is the biggest truth of all. Corrupt politicians stop winning the moment people stop needing them. When the system becomes strong, when the government offices work without influence, when police act without political pressure, when school teaches instead of steal, when industries come and youth stop migrating, then people will no longer vote for shortcuts, for caste, for fear, for muscles, for bribe, for survival. They will vote for development, they will vote for honesty, and they will vote for change. Bihar is not waiting for a leader. Bihar is waiting for a system. Because the day Bihar gets a real system, that day the political loop will break. That day corrupt politicians will fall. That day Bihar will stop surviving and start rising. People say Bihar का कुछ नहीं हो सकता है, but history says something else. History says Bihar once ruled the subcontinent. History says Bihar once educated the world. History says Bihar once led India, and anything that led once can lead again. Bihar is not just a state. It's a bound, it's a leash, it's a reminder, a powerhouse waiting to be unlocked. And the day Bihar rises, it will rise like it did centuries ago. Brilliant, unstoppable, unshakable. The reason corrupt politicians win in Bihar today is because Bihar is still healing. And when Bihar heals, Bihar will transform. Because Bihar was never weak. The new Bihar begins now. Thank you and Jai Hind.